currently 8.5% of the United States population over age 12 have been identified with a substance abuse problem. And by the way, latest estimates say it's 40 million, not 25. If it were 25, that would be more than lung, breast, and prostate cancer combined. That's called a national epidemic, by the way.
We're here today to talk about addiction. We're here today to talk about other avenues of pain that people go through.
1.6 million people are arrested every year for substance abuse for 40 years. That's when the war on drugs began. It's the longest war we've ever fought.
We see some evil that has to be corrected. We see some goal where we have to do something about it, and we do it.
It's the worst war we've ever fought in.
80% of the people that I saw as a prosecutor and I saw as a parole board member had some substance abuse.
It's cost us $1 trillion.
The number of young people who are involved with illegal substances is clearly on the rise.
If you commit those crimes, I can remove you from your home for up to 1 year.
If you see me and you're 18, that's not good for you.
We have 5% of the world's population. All the people in the globe, 5% of them only live here. We have 25% of the world's prison population.
I see a young man who was in college, star athlete, gets injured, is being treated. OxyContin is there to treat his pain. He becomes addicted. 5 years later, he's ready to go to the penitentiary because of all the thefts he's committed to support his drug habit.
All we know is there is a crisis going on. We have kids being shot.
Each and every one of us, no matter who you are, where you are, what station in life you are, each and every one of us has been touched by the drug situation.
This is a new day. This is where doctors and lawyers show up and share. To the people in the school that are the backbone of a community, this is the beginning.
No matter who you are, male, female,
I see law students who are already substance abusers.
young or old.
I see members of faculties on law school who are substance abusers.
A good person or not so good.
Very often the case that someone in the midst of addiction doesn't even recognize their behavior or what's going on or how it might be impacting other people.
These are all people worth saving. They are you, they are our mothers and fathers and our children.
Smoke marijuana, drink alcohol, it's no life. You're not going to get anywhere.
In my 21 years of having major trials, we never lost a case.
What's an addict's favorite drug? More.
And so small amounts that we're using before to give the same desired effect doesn't work anymore. You need to use more to get the same effect. So now you start using more. Then you start using more. Then you start using more to the point that's out of control.
In fact, Pennsylvania has more juveniles serving life in prison than any other state in the country.
As human beings, as people who believe in divine guidance, we all have the capacity to recognize danger, to recognize evil, to recognize when we're there to help. But so often we're so caught up in our own things that we're doing that we miss that opportunity.
You know, there's so much being written on willpower and choosing and exercising the choice we have to make things happen in our lives.
A wiser person than me, who's a little bit older than me, once said that there's two things you never want to be called because you can't wash the stain off. One is a child abuser and the other's a drunk.
We have more brilliant people in this country right now at any stage than we have positions for doctors, lawyers, and scientists.
Addiction and basically all illness are biopsychosocial spiritual conditions. We're not treating a virus in a computer, we're treating a very complex human being with a mind, body, and spirit. And the better able we do that, the better outcomes we get.
I use the analogy of a dangerous dance because that's exactly what substance abuse and mental illness are. They dance together in this intricate phenomenon that is very, very dangerous.
We now have a panel for addiction that can tell people if you take this medication, your genes are set up that you may be have a predilection to be able to be addicted to this.
No patients that come to us on the first visit ever get narcotics, and I don't believe any patient ever should.
About 90% of people who are addicted to other substances are also addicted to cigarette smoking.
We have an addiction panel that now can literally do a swab on the back of your throat to be able to tell you what genes are affecting your breakdown of that addiction medication.
Buprenorphine in 2013 is the best thing, I think, in terms of medication that's ever happened for opioid addicts.
I can't emphasize enough how much education we need. I don't think we'll ever have enough, and especially in a field that requires so many different disciplines to come together in order to get it right.
My particular group of folks has expertise at designing activities that are very experiential. And we step out of the way and let people learn.
It was a good presentation on drug and alcohol abuse along with addictions and how people can overcome them and avoid becoming into the addiction.
Even at a young age, you're not invincible. You can be affected by it.
The addictive tree that one of the speakers presented was really informing of how chains start.
I thought that the subject of addiction was very informative in that way. It gave me a new perspective on how how to quit things and also how to lead my own life.
Just because you're 15 and you're dealing or you were smoking, it could have very serious consequences against you.
It was really informational, just about how to not start and if you need help, how to get it.
Because I'm always worried, because I have 2 brothers and a sister, and I'm always worried that I don't want them going down that path or getting into any legal trouble.
It was very educational.
But I thought they did a really good way of presenting it to us without keeping us bored.
I stay away from it completely because I want to have a bright future, and so I want my family to have a bright future as well.
It's a bad thing to get into, but the people that do get into it can get out of it.
So we just need to spread the information.
We need to start to help the rest of the world.
Get the message and make sure that everybody has the right information.
I'd rather live a straight edge life and hopefully live one that I can be addiction free and live on my own terms and live on the joys of life, on the high of life rather than the highs of drugs or alcohol.
This whole experience gave me an overall to believe in myself and to overcome and surmount obstacles. The speakers really had a good effect on the kids, the video, everything. I just loved this experience and I hope they come back again next year.
People always ask me, hey doc, can you predict the future of plastic surgery, the future of anti-aging, the future of medicine? There's only one way to predict the future on anything, and that's to create it.
How did I not get trapped in this addiction? The quicksands of life is what I call it. The quicksands of life.
Until we're getting 100% success with 100% of the patients, we have to look for better ways to do something.
Something that you want bad enough that you're willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen.
You've got 2 choices in life. You really do. You're either going to be a leader or you're going to be a follower.
I became at an early age, I became a kid that I stopped sitting in the back row and I started sitting in the front row.
We are the lifeguards of tomorrow. We are creating the future by predicting the future.
That the only way you can predict the future is to make it happen.
How you look at yourself is so important. It's vital.
And the minute that you become that leader, you'll be in charge of your life and the things that you dream about will happen for you.
All of us, each and every person who is put on this earth by our Creator, has the capacity to be angel-like.
You got your teachers who have such a passion for leading you in the right direction, but the ultimate decision maker is going to be you.
It's not just up to external forces. We have a say in what happens in our life.
We are a country that is undefeated. You try to touch our freedom, you don't win.
This is what the future is.
This is a vision that each of us can have for the future. This is a vision that each one of us can help save ourselves, our family, our friends, our clients, and our patients.
Is to deal with our fellow human beings on this earth with compassion and a recognition that there by the grace of God go I.